nobody. I didn't do nothing to nobody. And for this to happen is just outright crazy. Then he started attacking. And I looked back and he was wiping off his knife and stood at the stairs and just looked.
As they were transferring at the MacArthur platform, they were approached by an individual with a knife who struck very rapidly. It was, in my close to 30 years of police experience, probably one of the most vicious attacks that I've seen. And we're really seeking justice for Nia and for Latifah. This is a horrible, horrible incident that occurred. And I think everybody's hearts goes out to the family.
I run up the platform and I see my youngest daughter laying up under a tarp dead, you know? I want justice for my daughter. I want justice for my daughter. Please help me get justice for my daughter. Man.
You know, time and time again, we have seen these stories. We've seen white folks calling cops on black people. We've seen a man get killed in Clearwater, Florida, and he might go free with the stand your ground. Now you have this BART incident where Nia Wilson, 18-year-old, stabbed her sister Latifah, was stabbed, but she was taken to the hospital. She survived, as you saw in the last piece. Time and time again, you keep seeing these stories. And, you know, it gets sickening after a while. It's just sickening as you see this go on. Now, John Lee Cowell, if I'm saying his name right, he was arrested. And be careful, because the news media says alleged. You know, he was a part of a white supremacist group, you know, as it appeared, because you had, I forgot what they were. It was a white supremacist group came out and wanted to protest, but they quickly dispersed because they knew that, you know, people were gunning for them. So they dispersed. They didn't show up and stay for a length of time, because you saw as you seen the protests in the video before this. You know, to be killed basically because you're black is sickening. That you can't live in a country and can't be safe in your own country because you have sickos, white supremacists, racist devils out here like this guy going out stabbing people in the neck. It's sickening. But then in our community, we have all these different differences within each other. We have infighting within the community. That needs to stop. That needs to stop, because this right here is serious now. Because ever since Trump got in office, this stuff has been happening. They've been emboldened. Trump has emboldened these people to be racist. Trump has emboldened these people to hate black people. And they don't care. They don't care if they go to jail. They don't care. And then the story before, the suspect, the guy that shot that black man in Clearwater, Florida, he's going to get off on the stand your ground law. See, there are two different rules for white and black. There are two different rules. And then one day you had somebody in my comment section put a comment saying, well, I think it was Maury Manson, the CBS store manager, saying, well, this guy's career is ruined because of some 15 minutes of fame some woman had to call the cops. Well, wait a minute, he shouldn't be calling the cops anyway. And if you fearing certain people, you shouldn't be a store manager, because you're going to have all walks of life, different people and different cultures. And if you are if you are scared of certain cultures and certain people, then you shouldn't be a store manager. But getting to the point, the news media put up a clip with this woman holding a gun, and they tried to demonize her. They try to, dehumanize this woman. She is dead. She didn't do nothing wrong. She didn't do nothing wrong at all. But they'll sit there and make it, well, she would probably say, oh, she was a thug. Look how she was holding a gun in her photo shoots. Beautiful young woman. Life ended because of a sicko. And then some people saying, oh, it's not race related. It's not this. And people crying about, well, y'all always making it a race issue. Technically, this was a race issue because he targeted these people. And if he would have gotten away with it, he'd have probably stabbed some more black people. And this is why black people are saying the things that they're saying. And then you'll have some people will sit there and say, well, why are you being like that? Why do you hate everybody? It's not about hating everybody. But if you're not sitting there calling this mess out, and I know it's not everybody that is like that, have racist views, but you have the mass majority of them that are like that. And then you'll have the mass majority that when those people are like that, they stay silent. So if you staying silent, you just is no better as the ones who are racist and are the ones who practice white supremacy. That's what I'm saying. This is sick. I've never liked getting on subways. I've never liked them. Especially because there was times where I went out late at night, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, and gotten on subways. It is crazy, and those are where the killings happen, murders happen. They happen right on subways. And if you by yourself, alone, and somebody stabs you and robs you, they can get away with it. That's why I never like getting on subways. I never liked them. And the girl even said she hated taking the BART system. There needs to be security at every station in this country. There has to be. You should have SEPTA cops patrolling these underground stations, 2 or 3 of them, so these crazy people won't get out of hand. Because when you have no security, stuff like this happens. The father's devastated. The family's devastated. He lost his daughter. I wouldn't know what I would have done if that was my daughter and that would have happened. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have gone to jail or something. Because this is sick and inhumane. But, people will, rub it underneath for all. Well, he was sick. He had mental issues. He was wacko. He was nuts. They will never bring race into this because they'll try to protect him and they'll try to humanize this man. This man should not be humanized at all. Let me know what you think about this story. Leave your comments in the comment section, and for more videos, subscribe to this YouTube channel.